You can't focus me. It's because I have such a big head.
That's your soda, and what would you like?
I would like a half-calf mocha cappuccino. So we're gonna start with mask down though, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna freak this kid out. Quick staring contest.
Like on
I'm gonna wing this. Simple syrup.
Awesome.
2 squirts.
That's yours?
Well, I don't know.
Ounce and a half.
Do you?
Actually, if it's over an ounce and 3/4, I'm gonna flip out. Hi.
Hi.
What's
you
up?
Look, nothing much.
You look hot.
You look hot as well. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, this interview is up to a really awesome start.
I'm scorching. People have no idea the torture that's going on behind these masks, especially that thing.
Oh my god.
So I'm assuming you're a Power Ranger?
You got it right.
Oh my god.
The Yellow Ranger.
Is it the yellow one? Mm-hmm. Oh, I thought it was a gold.
There was a gold one, but I think they didn't have one until like the later seasons.
I stopped watching Power Rangers by the time I was 12.
Okay, that seems pretty appropriate.
I tried. What is my I'm Deadshot.
I don't think I've ever heard that character before.
So Deadshot is a Batman villain. First appearance was in 59. Batman number 59. His real name is Floyd Lawton. He's a member of Suicide Squad. Will Smith played him in the Suicide Squad movie a year or 2 ago. We won't talk about the Suicide Squad movie.
Yeah, we won't. I didn't watch it, but I know. I know.
We don't want to go there. No, but he when he first came on the scene in the comic books, I think he wore like a tuxedo and a top hat, and he had like 2 like cowboy style revolvers.
Oh shit.
And he tried to just take over Gotham City as the new vigilante, so he had to get Batman out of the way.
Ooh,
But
so he was like a good guy, just like misled.
I think he had the right intentions, but I think he got caught up in the criminal underworld, and he's like, well, if I'm gonna be a vigilante, I'm also gonna run the house when it comes to the criminal underworld. So.
Ooh, that's always like a really interesting like personality thing.
Yeah,
like,
he's a complex character, and I relate to him in a lot of ways. Not at all.
Right. I feel like I'm like the complete opposite. Like I'm just like chaos, 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 and then like something will stick. You know what I mean?
For you or the character?
For me, but also I bring it to the character.
Oh yeah,
like even my fighting style. Like when I first started training with my stunt group, Common Ramen, they were like, your punches are too like all like out
You're
there.
too flaily.
You're too flaily,
Yeah.
and you don't have control. Which is really important for like Muay Thai and like which is what they basically train in.
What did you? So I was gonna ask, what do you train in? Like,
So
what martial arts
when I was younger, I did Taekwondo and Sanda, which is like a Chinese like kickboxing.
Okay.
And then lately I've done like dance and like musical theater, like that kind of stuff.
It helps, yeah.
Yes. You have a lot of components to your costume. Does it like confine you when you're trying to move? Like how does that work? Like
It's in terms of practicality. I guess you're always trying to aim for comfort. I think people always, when they approach a costume, like making a costume, it's always, oh, I want it to look cool.
Right.
But I'm all about, all right, well, I've been in enough costumes to understand that walking around, sitting down, like it's all gotta flow and function properly. You know, I don't want things popping off when I go to sit down or bend over.
Yeah.
I wanted there to be a realistic, sort of grounded angle to Deadshot. Deadshot, if you look at him in the comic books, he's had like so many iterations. You know, he's had the tight red suit, the tactical outfit. He's got more like now in the new 52 version of Batman and the Rebirth. He's got more of like an Iron Man kind of costume. So like his mask like comes down. So I kind of wanted this to come from a Nolan verse kind of angle, which means like kind of like the Dark Knight movies. You know, you could throw him in one of those movies and it would fit.
Yeah.
And mainly because I actually play Deadshot in a web series that's on
awesome.
YouTube. It's called Nightwing Escalation. So it's a fan-made web series. Nightwing is the key character, but I play like popping in and out as a baddie.
shit.
I don't want to give away the plot, but we're in our 3rd and final season. So when I hopped on as producer, I said, let me take a crack at making the Deadshot costume, because I have an idea of how I want him to be, and it just really fits tonally with the rest of the series. I just kind of like took a hockey mask and I built around it. So like,
Oh my god. That's great.
when it comes to cosplay, like design and construction, like most cosplayers are really good with using foam. Like they'll know how to sculpt. 3D printing is becoming a new thing. I started this 3 years ago, just kind of what I call jerry rigging. This is just aluminum panels that I cut into like little pieces, and
So you had to like really do metal work.
Oh,
like,
shears.
Oh my
yeah,
god.
and I had like a Dremel, and I had to dull down the edges to make sure that they didn't accidentally cut somebody.
Right, sure.
Make it smooth. This is just like headphones, like
Oh my god. And then this was probably like from a telephone or something.
from just a radio.
Oh my god.
I literally found a broken like garbage radio, and I just broke the
that's so
the antenna off
awesome.
and stuck it in there. This was from like a plastic gun. It was like a scope thing, and I thought, all right, well, let's put that in there. Put a little LED light there. The best thing is this part right here for the eye
it like
piece.
really makes it alive.
This is a swimming goggles.
Shut up. Let me see.
It's swimming goggles.
Oh my god.
So I just kind of.
Oh wait, I see it. They're
Yeah.
it's probably for a baby though.
Yeah, for a kid.
Yeah.
I think I got it at like a CVS or something like
Oh
that.
my god.
So $2 there, and then the light
Right.
itself. There's all these great like little shopping apps. You can get things for $0.99 a piece or $1, and this is just a bike light.
Whoa.
Yeah,
So how do you turn it on and off?
Watch, it's great. It's so much easier than my first time around. I just press the.
Oh my
I just
god.
press it like that.
That's so
it's got
cool.
like a regular, and then it's got like.
Pew pew pew.
I just am winking at somebody. And as an actor who like has now, I dove into the cosplay scene. It's like when I put this on and I go to Comic-Con or something like that, and I make an appearance and promote the web series and everything. Like, it's fun just to stay in character.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're not like. I'm not weird about it. I'm not like so into it, like I'm forcing people to have to act with me. But it's like
Right.
if they come up to me and they go, "Oh, hey," and if I get Ant-Man a lot, like if a kid, I'll be in my mask strutting along, and a kid will come up to me like, "It's Ant-Man," and I go, and I'll just stop in my tracks, and I'll do this slow turn and watch his face go from this.
It's a
And I just
terrifying
go,
creature.
"I'm not Ant-Man." I just walk away.
Why?
And then I'll stop and turn back around and go, I'm kidding, I'm
Yeah,
kidding.
just kidding,
I'm
just
Let's
kidding.
get the picture, So what about you? Like when you're doing your cosplay, do you come from how do you approach doing your cosplay?
So I had a period in my life where I wanted to like construct clothes. Like I was playing around with being like a fashion designer.
Okay.
So I have a sewing machine at home, and I tried to sew a mask, but it just turned out to be like a pillowcase with like holes in it.
Sure.
And it was like frightening. So I thought
It would work in a horror movie.
it would. So I just put it over my head and like put makeup all over it.
Oh, heck yeah.
It was terrifying. I put it on a broomstick and I was like, this is art. And I lived with my grandma at the time, and she just threw it out.
Just put
She
it
was
on
just like, this is
for
terrifying.
Halloween, just stick it in like the window.
Right, right. Scare the kids.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that'd be
yeah.
great.
Yeah. So I
happy
have
to be
zero construction abilities at all. Like I'm not good with like meticulous stuff with my hands.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more like a grand stroke kind of
Yeah,
person,
right,
you know
right.
what I mean? So with my stunt group, there's a guy who like specializes in cosplay.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he commissioned someone to get this, but then he like fixed it up. Like for example, since we're gonna be moving and doing flips and kicks a lot, he like drilled all these like breath holes in it.
Yeah, little vents.
Yeah, like even
So
now,
you're
like
dying in that thing, yeah.
I still die in this thing, man. Like claustrophobic, and like when I breathe a lot, it starts to like fog up. But we're still workshopping it.
They never really figured these out. I've heard horror stories about even the actors that had to wear these masks. Like they can only do a couple takes before you have to take a break. And
that's crazy.
there's no vent, there's no air. Like I would, and it's so tight on your face that I don't even think there's any space to put in like little fans.
No, definitely not.
I know some cosplayers that like that, like with the helmets, like the buckets, especially Star Wars cosplayers, they'll be able to install like a little cooling fan
Whoa,
inside
that's
their
fancy.
helmet, and just turn it on. But with those, there's just no space in there.
Right. Snow White or Cinderella?
Oh God, Snow White was the one that slept all. No. Snow
No.
White is the one with the dwarves.
Yes.
And Cinderella was the one with the glass slipper. She's a good cleaner. No,
Oh my God.
That's so sexist.
Let's go back for a second.
I'm thinking about this way too hard. You know what? I think having 7 dwarves around would be really fun. Let's go Snow White.
Harry Potter or the Lord of the Rings?
Oh, Lord of the Rings.
Good one. Leonardo or Raphael?
Raphael. I am Raphael. He's my spirit animal. Muppet Babies or Tiny Toons?
I don't know what Tiny Toons are, so I'm gonna say Muppet Babies.
That's okay. They're better anyway.
All right, great.
PlayStation or Xbox?
PlayStation.
Yeah, PlayStation people. Sorry, Xbox. You know, you can't keep up. Team, oh God, really? Team Edward or Team Jacob?
Okay.
Or neither? Because who watches Twilight here?
I would say Jacob. Shark Boy.
Jacob.
Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
He's the werewolf, right?
Yes.
All right, we'll go with the werewolf. I'm more of a werewolf guy than a... Now we're talking. Kylo Ren or Darth Vader?
Kylo Ren.
Ooh, you are emo.
What?
You're so emo.
I used to have long hippie hair and I got layers.
I'm like, she's such an emo chick.
I am not, MySpace was a thing in 2002. It is no
You're
longer
still on
a thing.
MySpace, aren't you? All right, I need you to do me a favor.
Oh God.
I need you to explain to me what Pokemon is in 10 seconds.
Oh God, it is a world with a whole bunch of alien animals and boys and girls. And, you catch them and you collect them and you attack with them.
I totally know what that is now.
You know? Which Game of Thrones house do you belong to?
Stark, all the way.
Great, that means nothing to me.
Okay, so explain Game of Thrones in 10 seconds or less. A lot of incestual sex, bunch of houses in a magical world with dragons and zombies, and they all are trying to kill each other and vie for the Iron Throne, which is made out of a bunch of swords. It's epic. If you're not on the Game of Thrones train, we can't be friends. Get your coffee to go. What is Westworld about in 10 seconds or less? It's impossible to do.
Cowboys fucking and killing.
Cowboys fucking and killing. It's
Each other?
It's a fantasy world that you pay a lot of money to go into, fully engulfed, and shit goes down.
Nice.
How do you explain Westworld in 10 seconds or less?
I'm gonna have to watch a trailer or something.
If you could explain Westworld in 10 seconds or less, you deserve $1 million. And a free ticket to Westworld.
Nice.
The actual Westworld.
Yes.
A futuristic amusement park filled with robots.
There it is!
That you can have sex with or kill.
Get him $1 million right now!
Brooklyn.
We're both from
represent.
Brooklyn, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, hi.
Originally from Brooklyn.
What
South.
part? South? North?
South of North of
Williamsburg.
Brooklyn.
I was hip before hip was hip.
Right. Here you are in like a indie coffee shop.
Yeah,
like
it's a little
in
much
Boston.
now.
Yeah.
No, I love it. I love it.
That's terrible back.